Happy Hump Day. It's 7 with Pat Sevens. 7 topics with my flavor all over it. On today's show, a Rochester mother gets arrested for being a terrible mother. When it comes to captains, the Sabres are by. And you're never going to believe how much this government shutdown is costing you per hour. Follow me on Twitter at Pat7S. Let's do this.
Number 1.
Something else named Kanika is screwing over Rochester's youth. 23-year-old Kanika Campbell, or is it Kanika Campbell, I'm not sure, of Rochester, was arrested Monday after her 6-year-old son shot himself because she's a terrible mother. I mean, because she left a weapon laying around the house, loaded. She was charged with criminal possession of a weapon and endangering the welfare of a child. The kid went to Strong Hospital. He's going to be fine. Why does any mom anywhere ever have an illegal gun loaded laying around the house? You know, I know Kodak went bankrupt, but does Kanika really have to cause more damage to our youth? They already don't have any jobs to look forward to. Oh, wait, not Kanika Film. Kanika Campbell, the mother. Sorry, dummy me.
Number 2.
When it comes to captains, the Sabres are totally by. The Buffalo Sabres kick off the NHL season tonight at Detroit, their new division opponent. And in anticipation of this, they needed to name a captain. And one wasn't good enough, so they named 2. Thomas Vanek will be the home captain, Steve Ott will be the away captain. And Christian Ehrhoff gets that stupid A. Why can't they just have one captain? There's a lot of ways you can take this decision. But doesn't it just say to you as the fan, hey, we don't really have one guy that's good enough to do this, so we're just going to split the duties. Oh, it's going to be another great heroic run to 12th, isn't it?
Number 3.
Shutdown Watch.
It's day 2 of the government shutdown. Our parents, a.k.a. the people who currently run the country, still can't get over their own bullcrap and are continuing to act like babies and point the fingers at each other rather than actually solve anything. Thanks, Mom and Dad. And if you weren't already annoyed enough, here's something that might make you chuck something across the room. You may want to press pause and warn your coworkers now. How much is the government shutdown costing us? Ready for this? About $12.5 million. An hour.
Number 4.
You know, there comes a time where you have to take what you get and run with it. The Teamsters union and Wegmans are having marital problems. There's a whole lot of complicated issues with this, but I'll tell you what most people have seen in the media. Wegmans offered the Teamsters an 18% raise, and the Teamsters took that offer and flushed it down the toilet. Somebody's sleeping on the couch tonight. I don't really have a problem with unions. They do some great things and some sucky things. I don't have a problem with negotiating, but they've been doing this since March. This is probably as good as it's going to get for you guys. I'm not saying you don't fight the good fight, but I'm pretty sure if you ask former employees of places like Kodak, Xerox, and Bausch & Lomb how an 18% raise sounds, they'd probably jump at it. Do what you're going to do, Teamsters, but at some point you have to compromise. Don't be like Congress and get nothing done. That doesn't help anybody.
Number 5.
See? Nobody wants that Canyons health care, said the redneck. None of them websites even worked. On the first day that the exchanges opened nationwide for the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, the websites glitched and they had a lot of problems. A lot of people didn't get the information they were looking for. Now, 2 things. 1, you have until the 1st of next year to do this. 2, yeah, the websites didn't work, but that's because it was overwhelmed by the demand of the millions of people who want it. Yeah, that whole universal health care thing will never be popular, will it?
Number 6.
You know, perception is reality. Have you seen this video of the guy driving an SUV in New York City surrounded by a bunch of bikers? If you haven't, it's on my Facebook page. But basically, he gets surrounded by a bunch of guys on an unauthorized bike rally. I guess he bumped into someone and injured them because, well, he's surrounded by hundreds of bikers. And when they went to confront him about it, he panicked, ran over some bikes, including a biker that he may have paralyzed. Probably not the best reaction by the SUV driver. It caused a high-speed chase in which the bikers caught up with him, smashed his window, and cut him across the face. This all happened, by the way, in front of the driver of the SUV's family, who was in the car with him. Both parties are to blame here. First of all, the SUV driver just did all the wrong things. Second of all, you didn't fill out the paperwork and had an unauthorized bike rally. Legally, you're in the wrong. But like I said, perception's reality. I'm getting sick and tired of people on crotch rockets being the victims. So many of you are speeding, driving recklessly, riding around in large groups, and then you're putting people who are probably not great drivers in really awkward situations. The perception of you guys is that you're douchebags who like to do a lot of tricks and go fast. Fix that perception, and then we can talk about you not taking any blame for this sort of stuff.
Number 7.
Some pretty sweet tech news. When a phone is too much to take out of your pocket, you now can wear a watch that does most of the exact same things. Oh, but you still have to have the phone in your pocket. Samsung has come out with their new Galaxy Gear smartwatch. Now, as a nerd, I want one. I like watches. Chicks like watches when they're not like, calculator watches. Depending on the watch, they give you a certain prestige, I think. It is kind of funny that really all this thing is an excuse not to go into your pocket and get your phone out. You can take pictures with it. You can answer phone calls and talk to your wrist if you'd like. And there's a bunch of apps and all that stuff. But basically, it's just sending information from your phone to your wrist. It's so unnecessary. But that's what we do. We buy unnecessary electronics. Would you pay $300 for one, though? Because that's what they cost. I might, when Apple comes out with one.